supposedly just after processing it, decided to leave on her own.
Listen, so I mean, they don't, right. So I think it says all of that, right. They don't exactly say this is what right. Like we still don't know what actually happened. I agree
Correct.
with you. Listen, I mean, you and I talked about this before, and my mind goes right to the corporate side. I mean, look, I think this is why people listen to us. Everything that we have said so far is actually coming true. I mean, I'll even take it further. But yeah, I mean, it sounds like something happened that was inappropriate. It does sound like it was either kisses or touching or something. Look, I stand by what I said when it's like you get sent home for like blatantly racist statements, inappropriate statements, or physical something. And so when this happens, and I was like, it has to be physical or that, it seems like that is what's happening, right? And then I would even take it further to say that, I mean, I do think this is the nail in Brandi's coffin. I like Brandi. I will stand by that. That's another one.
Yeah, I love.
People are
Brandi's
trying to
great.
cancel me for that. I like Brandi. I like Kelly Dodd. She's a Trumper.
I know. Here you
Okay.
go.
I don't care if Kelly Dodd sucks Donald Trump's dick in the bathroom at night. I like Kelly Dodd. What does that have to do with it? I mean, I went to lunch with Siggy Flicker and Kim D. Siggy's QAnon. I mean, what does that have to do with my friendship with her? I don't understand. There's a great picture of me and Siggy and Kim. So I own my shit. But God, I'm getting bitter here. No, so I think I do. I like Brandi. I don't see how they could use her again. And then I will take it further and I will say, I believe that Caroline is going to sue. That is what I think. I truly think that. Now, will we ever hear about this lawsuit? Listen, if it's touching and kissing and stuff like that, I believe that Caroline spoke to someone and somehow some lawyer got involved. Either she spoke to her family and Al or the kids, or like, you got to speak to a lawyer. I believe that a lawyer, this is what I believe. No, this is not on Doom Law. This is just my belief. I believe a lawyer was like, listen, you can sue for anything in this world. Your case will be drastically decreased of validity if you claim all this and how upset you are and you stay. So you need to, by the way, this was at the end of the trip. These people did not miss 9 days. They missed like 24 hours at most, just to put this in perspective. This was at the end. But I believe a lawyer said, okay, you need to get out of there because that's going to prove your case that you were so shaken that you actually left. I'm not saying that Caroline's making it up. I'm not saying she wasn't really emotionally distressed over this or violated. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying I believe someone said legally you got to get yourself out of there because that does help your case, right? All this happened and I'm suing it. I am so upset I took a plane home. I believe Caroline's going to sue. That's me. I would sue. And by the way, I'm not sure that we'll ever hear about this lawsuit. There might be just hush hush money under the table. And if Caroline sues, then she too will be on the Nini do not use list. And I also think Caroline's probably never wants anything to do with Bravo again. And I think that probably includes BravoCon as well. Like, I think Caroline and Brandi are done with BravoCon, Bravo TV, Peacock. I think for Brandi, it's an HR issue and they won't use her again. That's what I think. Okay, and I think Caroline either is so disgusted and doesn't want anything to do with them, or also she's going to sue and that will put the nail in her coffin. And I think she will get money off the record and this whole thing will go away. Go on.
Okay, I have so many questions. You're the lawyer.
This is what I think. Look, what do I know?
But wait a minute. Why would she sue? Because this is, she's not going to sue Brandi. Brandi doesn't have any money.
No.
So are you saying like after kiss number 2, basically if production didn't step in and go, hey, stop, this is too, because I mean, you got to prove that like that the production knew something was wrong and then continue to go down that path, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, and by the way, when everyone comments, there are contracts, you can't sue. People, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Sarah.
Tell me.
Contracts are one thing, but when it involves like real things like this, I mean, this is not civil now. This is like now, it's kind of like Candace and Monique. There were lawsuits because now we're in like a criminal realm.
Yeah, but it didn't really go. That never went anywhere. They were like they attempted that. It wasn't towards Bravo. They attempted that on each other, and it never went squat. You know.
I don't know. I don't think anything is so cut and dry. Listen, you want me to sign a contract? You put that contract in front of me right now, and I'm going to sign it. And if something goes majorly wrong, you're going to touch me unwanted, I'm suing your fucking ass. I don't care about the contract. And let me tell you, I will get out of the contract and I will win. So I don't know. I understand contracts and that makes it harder. And I'm just saying that
you got to prove. I don't know. To me,
I mean,
the producer in charge there, that Carolyn said stop, and the producers like were either encouraging it or ignore. I mean, maybe that did happen. And then number two, I don't believe that Caroline Manzo doesn't want anything to do with Bravo. If she didn't, she wouldn't be back. She went to BravoCon. Now she's on Ultimate. She's clearly been in talks with them for a while. And quite honestly, I think
there's money associated with each thing.
Right. She's a very smart woman. I mean, the kids, we haven't heard from the kids in a while. They probably want to promote their businesses again. And Carolyn knows if she sues, she's not going to be back on. So I feel like why would she sue? I feel like she was like traumatized and was like, you know what? I just want to go home, be with my family. I've shot for 2 weeks. She's probably exhausted. They were like, if you want to go home, go home. You know, we have everything we need. We're apologizing. I feel like in this day and age, I find it hard to believe that production sat there. I find it totally believable that Brandi probably was hammered and high and like all over Caroline. And Caroline was like, get the fuck off me. And then, you know, eventually production stepped in. I just find it hard to believe in 2023 that production just sat there and was like, oh yeah, keep going. I mean, you know, come on, there's so many sensitive. I just shot a national TV thing with my husband and the camera guy wouldn't even put the mic attached to my bra strap and I'm like, dude, I've been in this business for so long. Turn the mic on. I give you permission to clip. Like, I mean, you're telling me production wasn't like so on that, like Brandi, stop. And then she continued and they were like, Brandi, stop. And then they were like, Brandi, you're going home. And then maybe Caroline realized like, oh shit, this woman was like basically assaulting me for the past 2 hours. I want to go home too.
Well, listen, I mean, this is why we have you here. I mean, you know, I said on the last show, Bethany Frankel and I know everything, but today I'm not Bethany and I don't know everything. Maybe it went like this. Maybe it went like I'm going home and my contract says I forfeit all of my $250 if I go home early. I'm keeping every fucking penny. And if you don't like it, I will sue the whole fucking network. And then they're like, you've been here other than 24 hours, take your money, keep your $250, go home early. Right. And she just wanted to be with her family and she was out to dinner doing the toast. Maybe. My mind goes to litigious. And you're right. Maybe she's not suing. Maybe she just is keeping the money when she technically, like, I think I don't think you can't just walk out early. You don't get your money. I don't know if it's prorated by the day, but I don't think